Hi, this is Jana. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we are making what I have made for at least 30 plus years, and it's a northern thing that we've made up there forever, and it's called crack corn. But for this video, we are naming it. Erin, tell them what we decided to name it. It's crack corn. Better anyway, but I've made this at Christmas. You can ask my kids' relatives, our relatives, anybody from up north. This is just kind of a classic for the holiday season and beyond.
The best.
And it's very good. So I've got 2 sticks of butter here, okay? And we're gonna get that melted. I have 1 cup of light brown sugar, tightly packed. When you measure brown sugar, you push it in the cup and you push it down, okay? Just like that. And so we're going to make caramel for the puffcorn. Now, one of the most important things is real butter, okay? You cannot use margarine for this. You will just waste your money because margarine has water in it on top of other toxic ingredients. But anyway, this is real butter, real brown sugar. And that was the other thing I was going to tell you, is make sure you use cane, pure cane light brown sugar. If you don't have pure cane on there, what that means is that it's beet sugar, and beet sugar doesn't act the same as caramel, even though it is a sugar and it's fine for your coffee or whatever, but pure cane sugar is what we're looking for. All right, and so getting that butter melted. Okay, then the next thing, I got to turn this fire down. The next thing is 1/2 cup. I sprayed the cup with Pam. And then the next thing is Karo syrup. Some people say they use maple syrup, but I've never made it with maple syrup, and I cannot guarantee that it will perform the same way as this. But if you spray or oil or butter your measuring cup, it comes out super easy. It'll slide right on out of there. See? See it? Look it. Doesn't leave anything in there. All slides out without having to scoop it out. Just like that. Look, very little. Normally it's a wrestling match to get all that Karo syrup out. So now I'm going to turn my fire up to medium. And see how it started to bubble around the edges? Well, that was because I had the fire up too high. And so what we're going to do, and this, listen, you have to listen. Listen. I don't say that very often, but you have to listen with this or you're going to just waste your ingredients. So we've got it over medium heat. And as soon as this comes to a full rolling boil, that means that when you stir it, you cannot stir the bubbles out of it. And I've got you can use your cell phone, which is even more accurate. I'm going to come back. I'm going to set that timer for 2 minutes. Just like that, 2 minutes. It's going to ring. I'm going to shut off the fire. See, look at already it's starting to come to a boil. Erin, can you get to the front part of the pan too? Scooch in there. See how it's starting to boil? But I can stir it out yet, so that's not ready. Okay? So just watch, it's gonna boil. This is so important, this part. See back here? It's all coming to a boil. See, now the center's coming. Now I'm going to stir it and it keeps boiling. So now is the time where I set my timer to 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
And you don't want it to go longer. It's ticking away here. So now I'm going to stir it just like this.
Do not walk away.
Do not, this whole thing, you can see it doesn't take, if the phone rings, I'm sorry.
Leave a voicemail.
Let them go to voicemail. See how it's a full boil? And that's on medium heat. And we're ticking away here. Here it is, full boil. And I can feel it thickening because that sugar's dissolved. Okay? Just like this. It's about to buzz here. There. Now I'm shutting off my heat. The next thing I'm going to do is baking soda. That's like the orange box with Arm & Hammer. Make sure it's fresh. Now watch. This is why you need a tall pan to do this, because this is going to cause it to foam up. Here it comes. And you don't want it to boil all over your stove. See? Foaming. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon. It's going to bubble. And that's the other reason you need a tall pan. See? You don't want it to burn you. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now, as a typical Jana, I add about a half a teaspoon of maple extract. Because I can't leave a recipe alone, can I? Okay, so it's done. It's off heat. It's been off heat since we turned it off at 2 minutes, okay? So, I'm going to set this off to the side, my spoon. And now...
We're going to turn around.
Nope.
Oh, never.
I'm going to stay right there. And this is really important. This is Puffcorn. It's kernelless Puffcorn. Now this is 6 ounces. Mary, you want to grab that other one?
Yeah, going to.
That's the 6 ounces. And we want 16 ounces. We want 16 ounces. So that is 12 ounces right there, okay? And so a quarter of a bag is going to get us right where we need to be, because half of 6 is 3 and 12. Yeah, so a half a bag, I guess. There. Golden Flake if you live in the South. If you live in the North, you're going to want to get like Old Dutch or something like that. But you do not get this one. Chester's, it's by Cheeto or Frito-Lay or whatever.
Frito-Lay.
Yeah, Frito. Do not get this one.
Don't taste the same.
No, it's not the same, and it will waste your money, okay? Now, Erin, you want to hand me my pot holder, please? Thank you. All right. Make sure you have your pot holder handy. I forgot that step. And now we're going to pour that foaming deliciousness caramel. That does not take very long. And by the way, have your oven preheated to 300 degrees. Yeah, you know, with inflation, how they've made bags smaller. These bags of Puffcorn used to be 8 ounces. Now they're 6 ounces. As a matter of fact, Chester there, he made a 3.5 ounce bag. But it's not just that, it's the texture and the
Flavor.
The flavor was really off, and it left like a bitter taste in my mouth. It was not pleasant at all. And so then you take a spatula. Do not get this on your skin. This is not a project for kids. This is hot, and it will burn you, and you will really be in pain.
Adults only.
Adults only for this. Probably, if well trained, a upper age teen possibly could do this if they are skilled in the kitchen. But even one of these kernels getting on your skin at this point is going to make you miserable. And I'm telling you,
Like, she's had friends ask her to make this.
but this is not my recipe. This is very, very common up north, okay? This is on the back of all those caramel or puffcorn bags. It's just, like I said, it's just been a,
But it's so good.
it is so good. And it's salted already, the puffcorn. What the puffcorn is, it's like a Cheeto, but doesn't have any cheese on it.
It's
You don't want to
naked.
get, and you don't want to get the cheese ones. You just want
The naked ones.
the naked ones. But that Chester's, that is just something wrong with that.
Fail.
And this, you know, one of the things is I've noticed making regular caramel corn isn't the same because the corn just seems to get real seedy. And you'd have to sit there for hours picking out all the seeds before you make caramel corn. And this eliminates all that. And it dissolves in your mouth real fast. Okay, so now I've got my oven preheated to 300 degrees. And this is gonna go in the oven for 1 hour, and set your timer for every 15 minutes. You're gonna come in and stir it, okay? There. So that's how you make it. And it's gonna spread throughout the corn
As it continues to melt.
as it continues to melt and spread as we're baking it. And it's gonna get real crispy, but I'm gonna show you how you have to set up your counter to get this cooled down after it comes out of the oven. So we'll be back. Okay, I just wanted to show you this. This one has been stirred twice. Remember I said you need to bake it for an hour and stir it every 15 minutes? And so this is what you're going to see when you can start to hear it starting to, it's very sticky, and this is what you want to stir it for, is so that to prevent it from sticking together too much as it's baking. You don't want a big wad. And so you're going to, and plus it has to dry the caramel. And so go all the way around, and I stir it like this, break up clumps with a spatula or a wooden spoon, whatever you have. But a spatula works great to get the caramel that might drop to the bottom, okay? And so after I get it stirred and the clumps broke up, see, and see, listen. Okay, just a few of them are starting to get dry enough, so it's not ready yet. This one has been through the 4 cycles of 15 minutes. See, it's all. So I just pulled this one out and broke it up. So this is what you're looking for, and then it's gonna be real crunchy, like that, when it cools. If it's not all the way crunchy when it cools, put it back in, stir it around. And that oven's at 250 degrees. Don't get impatient. Don't turn it up or it's gonna burn. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, we are back. And I wanna tell you, the biggest enemy of your puffcorn is going to be humidity.
And storage.
Yeah. And so you've got to put it in an airtight container, okay? And I do mean airtight. If you put it in a tin or something like that, that's fine, but put it in, cover it with wax paper or with plastic wrap. And so I have, this is how I store it until I deliver it. I have a Ziploc bag. I bought one of these French fry scoopers. I use it for lots of things. But for puffcorn, and see if I was scooping it into smaller bags, see, like that. And so, anyway, I give this away for gifts at Christmas, and everybody seems to like it and asks for it some more, so. Anyway, I used to give it out to our neighbors at Halloween until our neighborhood got too big, and that was just way too much work. So, anyway, see, and if I was doing the smaller bags, so. This will be in my Amazon cart, or in my Amazon storefront, I'm sorry. And so these pans are priceless for doing this. Or you can use an old roaster. See, you could use a roaster like this. Whatever you have, okay? You just need to make sure you can get to the bottom and stir it with your spatula. And Erin, you want to be my crunch tester?
Sure.
I don't know if any with our noise canceling microphones, I don't know that it works, but it's very crunchy. And so thank you for stopping by Jana's Kitchen. In the photo that Aaron puts in the front, you're going to see how I individually bag it for gifts. And they're little cello bags, and I'll put those in my Amazon storefront as well. So thank you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.